Hello. Today's Saturday, and it's a 3-day weekend. I am trying to get this video done before I think about going to sleep tonight. As you can see, I'm a little tired, but still recovering from my vacation, if you want to call it that. Although there were some really good moments, there were some interesting ones too. And then I came back and the next day went straight to work for the last couple of days. So I really am still trying to recover from the vacation and I guess the time you need that I should have probably taken off. Friends of mine said, why didn't you just take the whole week off? But those of us who want to or are high achieving people feel like if you take too much time off, it's going to be too much to come back and finish or fix. And there's a lot going on at my job, so I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get too far behind. But I did sleep in today, which is nice. For me, usually I have my alarm going off at 7 in the morning, and then I get up and go to a couple of yoga classes. Usually the 8 o'clock class is more of the stretching. It's like the yin, the gentle yin yoga. And then right behind that is my 9 o'clock class, which is the vinyasa flow. And the vinyasa flow has it's a little more strenuous, let's say. And the instructor also works in some pretty good ab work out somewhere in there. She kind of surprises us at which time she throws it in, and the music changes. It's interesting. A lot of the music that she likes to use is more like neo soul, a little bit of R&B. And so, the music gets a little more amped when it's time to do the abs. And so we're like, oh, here we go. But today I slept through. I did not go to my yoga class. But what I did do was finally take down all the Christmas ornaments and the tree and all of those things. So every Christmas, my house looks a little bit like a Hallmark explosion with Black Santa. So, I confess I'm one of those girls that likes to watch the Hallmark movies. I really hope they continue to do some more of the mahogany versions of them too. But who knows at this moment with all of the things that are going on in the world. But it's fun. I like the movies because there's no violence, there's no profanity, there's no nakedness. And at the end, I mean, it's such a formula, right? That okay, so the guy meets girl, they start to like each other slowly, they have some sort of misunderstanding or fallout, they figure it out, and at the end there's a kiss. That's as racy as it gets. But in the meantime, you get to see them, kind of be a little romantic, be a little thoughtful. And half the time the stories are small town guy or girl versus big city and who's going to move who to where or how we're going to work it out, that kind of a thing. So, I've actually thought about writing a script for one myself because they definitely follow a formula. Just like they have, cast players, right? You see the same actors over and over again in a different version of a similar movie. And that's okay. As long as it's kind of mindless and safe and, nothing bad's going to happen if your kid walks in the room during that. And half of the year, actually, probably seems like half the year. I could be wrong. Maybe a third of the year. They're showing Christmas movies, right? So my house, I think I've gotten in the habit of every Christmas after Christmas sale, I guess I should say, try to pick up one or two more things to add to my collection. And so now it's where, I have to go get it out of storage because I'm living in a condo situation now that doesn't have an attached garage, which I may have to fix that soon. We don't know. But nice. You know, like I'm trading the ocean view for the garage, I guess. But I had to go dig stuff out of the garage to do this Christmas. And so, you know, there was Black Nutcracker and his wife on the TV stand or entertainment center, whatever you want to call it. I had a bunch of different angels throughout, some cute little snow bunny things. I had hand towels, cookie plates, centerpieces on the living room table and the dining room table, placemats, table runners, couch pillows. You get the idea. And then a really cute runner that I found that had like black nutcrackers all the way around it. It's velvet and it has all of these colors and different things on it. It was really cute. So I had to get that. You know, we hung the stockings, of course, on that fireplace. And yeah, it looked like a Christmas explosion. To have a little train and other decorative things. And so, as you can imagine, it took a while to put it up and it took a while to put it down. But we left it until today. What is today? The 17th of January? Because my son, you know, my special baby, really enjoyed having the tree and the lights up. So I left it up a little bit longer for him. And he also liked, you know, when he would come into the living room or going towards the kitchen, that the lights from the tree were kind of like working as a night light for him. So he could see okay to get there. So we'll leave another light on for him. But it was a good trip to the storage. We got that done, ran a couple of other errands. He's lost a bunch of weight. We did Wegovy last year for him, and we've been monitoring together. I'm a nurse, so I'm watching everything closely for him, his labs, his tests, his diet, and all of those things, and you know, having him do some exercise and stuff too to help him reach his goal. And he lost over 100 pounds. And since he lost over 100 pounds last year, we got to buy him all new clothes, which is a fun thing to have happen, right? You get to buy some clothes that make you feel good that you've come down. What is it, like 4 sizes and like 8 inches in his waist at least, and still has some room to go there, but he's so much happier. And he's still getting used to his new body. And working on getting him out and about to do more socially and different things like that. But it's all part of, you know, I won't say his name, but I called it the year of his name last year. And so this year is a continuation, but it's also my year too, because I'm doing some new things for me too, including these videos, right? So today, Mama slept in. I got the Christmas stuff put away, which was on my list for this long 3-day weekend. And we did a little shopping. We got him a few nice things. Watched the Laker game. He was mad because they lost. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to surprise him and take him to a game tomorrow, because I saw some tickets that weren't as excessively expensive as they are. They're still expensive, but not as excessively expensive as they normally are. See, for me, I'd want to go see them play the Warriors. That's still one of my team, and we also like the Clippers. So, you know, I looked to see how much was the Lakers versus the Clippers. They're playing at both stadiums within the next month or so, and it's high. So it might have to be the Clippers playing somebody else, or the Lakers tomorrow. I think it's Toronto. So we'll see. But I like to try to let him get to at least one game, you know, one football game, one basketball game a year. He doesn't get to do all of those things as much as we'd like. But since he's more open now and does better in crowds now, I want to get him out, let him have all of the experiences. It's interesting. When I was packing up stuff and digging through the closet, like, you know, stuff in the coat closet or wherever, and looking around, I realized I have quite a few like notepads and old organizers or day planners. I like to take a lot of notes and I like to journal, but you know, when you have that $1,000,000 idea or just thoughts or notes from something that you saw or read, and I find that I'll just jot it down on whatever's closest. So I also have like a couple stacks of paper that I need to go through too. And as part of my work on my own relaxation, I realized that, of course, you know, I love a clean house. It's a little harder sometimes when you have a special needs person living in the house with you, depending on what their issues are. But I'm always chasing keeping it clean here. And for me, I haven't spent the time that I needed to spend to like go through the papers and get rid of some of them. And also I need to go through my closet and get rid of, you know, get some bags of things that I'm ready to donate. And then just organize. Like in my dream, and I've done it once or twice before, but it's been a minute. I'll have things color coordinated, you know, itemized that way so I can see what I have, because I'll forget. And then when I come across it, I'm like, dang it, how did I forget I even had that? And then, you know, the first world problems, right? But but it's not cool, right? Because if you have that much stuff that you can't even remember you have it or you have never worn it, it's too much. And I just want to simplify. So I think the closet and the papers might be part of tomorrow's projects. And I'll get up and I'll make sure I do some exercise tomorrow. I mean, I did a lot of walking around the house today. I probably should have counted my steps, laundry, other, you know, chores. But I'll probably go to the gym tomorrow, do the yoga I didn't do today, and I'll do church, either on YouTube, or we may go in person. And then I'm gonna work on my papers in my closet, and I'm gonna try to get down to one planner, maybe like one notepad that has like lists, and one journal, and try to condense some of the little notes that I've had into one place also, so I can just find what I have. And I don't know if you guys are like that or not, but it's one of those things where if I see a pretty notepad, I want it, even though I know I don't necessarily need another one. Or, I mean, it's the same for me with anything purple. I have to slow myself down on, you know, buying stuff just because it's purple. I know it's like I won't say the only one, but one of my little eccentricities, I guess. I love the color lavender. I love like the royal purple, not a grape purple. Don't know why, but that's not my jam. But and then I like pink and green too for other reasons. But my purple almost fetish has me with, I have purple velvet covered bar stools. It sounds weird, but they're actually pretty. They're not tacky. I have area rug, like a oriental rug that's got shades of purple and pink and green and other things in it. That's nice to add a little color pop to living room, but it's nice because it's a big oriental rug. And my bag to carry my laptop is also purple. My yoga pillow's purple. There's lots of purple. So, you know, I have gotten to where I have to also think hard about, you know, my impulse buys of something that's purple. Like, do I really need this, or do I really like it, or is it just because I'm like, oh, it's purple? So I'm just trying to simplify, make things make more sense, and clear the clutter so that I have room for a different kind of abundance, right? Abundance in my heart, abundance in my mind, learning, experiences, and not so much stuff. I think because I have worked so long and so hard and not necessarily been able to do as much traveling or take as much time for myself, that I probably did more retail therapy. Don't ever spend money on stuff that I can't truly afford, but definitely on stuff I don't really need. And I'm trying to narrow that down too, right? Let's get what we need, especially, with whatever volatility may be happening this year in the market and other things like that. Not be frivolous, right? Save money for emergencies, save money for more vacations, and prioritize, like ease up on the food deliveries of fast food and takeout. I am interested in looking into, though, some of those meal prep deliveries. My app developer, web developer for my startup, Jennifer, really loves, what is it called? It's not Factor, although she said it was good too. I think it's the one with the chefs, like the chefs that are local in your area, and they have certain things, I guess, that they cook for their restaurants and all of that. You know which one I'm talking about? I'm having a brain fart. I can't think of what it is. But anyway, she swears it's good. She gave me a code to get a discount. If I try it and I like it, I'll put a code up for you too, and I'll give you the actual name for it. If you think of it, put it in the comments. Jennifer, if you see this, put it in the comments and put your code in so somebody could use it and you could get some discounted meals too, okay? But anyway, so she said it's really good. I mean, by the time you think about how much you spend on whether you Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever it is, and I'm not hating on them because I use them all the time, but maybe it's an opportunity for me to look at having more balanced diet, some more gourmet meals instead of more takeout or fast food. Especially since I'm working on making sure that I'm monitoring my blood sugar better and my health in general. I think it would also be helpful for my son to maintain his weight loss, right? So we've been talking a lot about trying to get habits changed. We talk a lot together about doing something different to get a different result. Even though my son has his challenges, he's high functioning in a lot of ways and, very intelligent. And so we can talk about a lot of things. But he has issues with memory and other things. So we spend time trying to reinforce certain behaviors and habit changes and things like that. And so I really, since he made so much success with losing the weight, and also this year, since Medicare, Medi-Cal, Medicaid, whatever anybody's on, has made these changes thanks to someone's beautiful bill, a lot of people have lost their health insurance and or certain benefits. And one of the benefits that they have cut for folks on these insurance plans is the GLP-1s. So, you can try to, dispute that if you have certain health conditions, like if you have certain liver issues, certain, if you're diabetic on certain ones, different other ones that if you're just using it for weight loss, they want to cut it. But if you have certain other conditions, you can fight it. So we'll see what happens with it. But if he has to stop using the GLP-1s, we're weaning him down. But, I really want him to understand he's going to have to work that much harder on his exercise and his diet, and also just for his health, having a more balanced diet. So that's going to be another project that we work on together too. And, I will exercise with him. I will take him with me to the gym when I can get him to go. And, we didn't set any, like, New Year's resolutions, but we definitely talk about trying to make sure that we are doing different things to get different results. So, you can't eat all the junk food to soothe yourself and not gain weight. And so, if you've lost the weight, we got to keep up the habits that helped you get there. For me, I like sweets. I can control myself, but, sometimes I want a little something. And so, maybe I have to set it where I have a cheat day where I have a little sweet instead of like maybe I would have had like one piece of dark chocolate a day or every other couple days. And I used to crave like a chocolate chip cookie right when I was getting ready to start my period or something. And I'd be like, oh, hormone spike, and I want a chocolate chip cookie. I know what that means. But yeah, not no more. But anyway, I digress. I just want to clear the decks. I just want to be easy with myself. And for my son, I really want him to continue to feel proud of himself, see that he can accomplish things when he sets his mind to it, with some help, yes, but I mean, you did that thing. And I want to keep working on projects that will help community that, needs a little extra help, like he might need a little extra help. And so, I'm developing some things. I'm learning more about functional nutrition, along with the complementary and alternative medicine things that we can incorporate into our lives. I'm still doing research on, how all of that kind of plays together. But so far, what I have learned is that really it's just wellness as opposed to a sick model, which I love. You work with your lifestyle, you work with your diet, your exercise, you work with your personal preferences, you incorporate your culture, you incorporate your community things and your activities, and you have more control over your own health plan as opposed to just doing whatever the doctor or your provider says. And it seems like it works to help you to be more compliant, happier with your care, and also it saves money because you generally end up being healthier, so you don't have to utilize the healthcare system as much. So they save money, but it saves you money too. You don't have to pay off for all these prescriptions and take all the pills or whatever. You may have to take some, but maybe not as many. And you get to feel good about the fact that you have more control over your situation. So, this is part of what I'm studying. I had homework today too. And I'm looking forward to continuing to learn more and implementing it and being able to bring it forward to you also, so that we can talk about how you can help yourself in those ways too. I want us to do it together. On that note, I'm gonna help myself to simmering down and getting ready for bed. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And don't forget to like, subscribe, tell somebody I'm here. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.